It's time to play America's most quoted game. Says Who?
Hi, everyone, and welcome to Says Who, the fun-filled game of unforgettable quotations made by some pretty unforgettable people. Tonight we have a special edition of Says Who, Night of the Living Dead. In fact, this movie is so good, Leonard Maltin from his movie and video guide has given it 3.5 stars. Leonard says, George Romero's first feature is the touchstone modern horror film. 7 people barricade themselves inside a farmhouse while an army of flesh-eating zombies roams the countryside. Shoestring production values merely add to authentic feel. Don't watch this alone. So we're giving you a warning. Do not watch this game show alone. We'll get to our game in a minute, but first let's meet our 2 contestants for the evening. Dinah Bright, welcome to Says Who. Tell us where you live and what you do.
I live in Glen Ellen, and I work for a telecommunications company.
Okay. I understand that Night of the Living Dead is one of your 3 all-time favorite horror classics. What are the other 2? I don't want to guess.
The other 2, one is Plan 9 from Outer Space, and the other one is the original Dracula with Bela Lugosi.
Ah, good old Bela, 1930-something. Okay. Well, welcome to the show. Good luck. Our next contestant is Dave Nordmeyer. Dave, where do you live and what do you do?
I live in Lombard, and right now I work for a major Chicago bank.
Okay. Tell me, what do you find so intriguing about Night of the Living Dead?
Well, I've always felt that because of the low-budget feel, it has kind of a almost bizarre, surrealistic, or like nightmarish quality about it. It reminds me of like one of my bad dreams.
Okay, well, let's hope we don't have a bad dream here tonight. And we'll see several scenes of Night of the Living Dead in a moment. But first, Jack Solon, please tell them how we play Says Who.
The object of Says Who is to complete a celebrity quotation or movie scene dialogue as players take turns selecting letters from our computerized game board. First team to correctly complete the quote wins that round. Each round starts at 100 points, but for each letter used, the value is reduced 5 points. So the fewer letters used, the more points scored. And the player with the most points at the end of the last round is our winner and gets to play the Says Who bonus round. So without further ado, let's all play Says Who!
Welcome back. All right. We pick up Night of the Living Dead as a terrified young woman named Barbara finds temporary shelter in an abandoned farmhouse shortly after her brother was attacked and killed in a cemetery by one of these innocent-looking ghouls who are now stalking her for their next snack.
Don't worry about him, I can handle him.
Okay, we're going to start with Dinah. Dinah, would you please pick the first letter?
E.
And E, there are 4 E's. Says Who, says Ben. It's all right, don't worry about him. I can handle them. For 100 points. Okay, time's up, and we'll go to Dave for 95 points. Dave, pick a letter, please.
Like an R, please.
An R, there are 2 R's.
Okay, how about H.
No, I'm sorry, time's up, and we're going to have to go back to Dinah. Dinah for 90 points. Please pick a letter.
B.
A B. There are 3 B's. Says Ben, it's all right. Don't worry about him. I can handle them. Okay, time's up. We go back to you, Dave. Dave, pick a letter, please.
How about an A, please?
And A, there is 1 A for 85 points.
How about O?
No, you can, I'm sorry, you can only pick 1 letter at a time. Okay, we're going to go back to Dinah. Dinah, letter, please.
A T.
A T, there are 3 T's. Says Ben, it's all right. Don't worry about him. I can handle them. Can you complete the dialogue? I'm sorry, time's up. Okay, we're going to go back to you, Dave, for 75 points. Pick a letter.
M.
An M. There is 1 M.
Can I guess?
Sure.
Probably be a lot more of them
Go ahead.
as soon as they find out about us.
Correct. Very good for 75 points. We're going to ask you to repeat that one more time, just to make sure our judges agree with it.
Probably be a lot more of them as soon as they find out about us.
Okay, very good. That is right for 75 points. Now, we are going to make sure that that's exactly what Ben says, correct? And let's go back to the movie to see how it shapes up.
Probably be a lot more of them as soon as they find out about us.
Okay, in our next scene, okay, we're going to go to Dave now. In our next scene, Ben shows his good neighbor hospitality to a couple of Goulds with the help of a handy tire iron. Okay, Dinah, please pick our first letter.
E.
And E, there are 5 E's. Now, this is Ben after he crushed the skulls of 2 ghouls with that tire iron. Can you complete what he said?
Yes.
Okay, for 100 points. Good.
They know we're in here now.
Very good. That's correct for 100 points. Very good. Nice going. Okay, let's see how Ben actually said that in the film.
They know we're in here now.
Okay. All right. In our next scene, Barbara hears and sees something at the cellar door, making her realize that she and Ben are definitely not home alone.
The incredible story becomes more ghastly with each report. It's difficult to imagine such a thing actually happening, but these are the reports we have been receiving and passing on to you, reports which have been verified as completely as is possible in this confused situation. It is happening, and it would appear that no one is safe from this wave of mass murder.
We're from town.
City,
A radio.
Butler County, Pennsylvania. The Butler County Sheriff has verified that reports of murder being partially eaten by their slayers is true. No further details available at this time. However,
How long you guys been down there? I could use some help up here.
That's the cellar. It's the safest place.
You mean you didn't hear the racket we were making up here?
All right, Dave, we're going to start with you. Pick the first letter, please.
R, please.
An R, there is one R. Says Harry to Ben's question. You mean you didn't hear the racket we were making up here? Okay, we're going to go to Dinah. Dinah, pick the next letter, please.
E.
An E, there are 4 E's. For 95 points, can you tell us what Harry said?
Yeah. How are we supposed to know what was going on?
Okay, let's see. Let's check with our judges on this one to see if this is right. Please repeat that one more time.
How are we supposed to know what was going on?
That's correct for 95 points. Very good, Dinah. How are we supposed to know what was going on? Now let's see how Harry said it.
How are we supposed to know what was going on?
Okay, in our next scene, Harry, who feels much safer down in the cellar, barricades himself, his wife Helen, and their sick daughter Karen, who unfortunately had earlier picked up some sort of virus from one of the ghouls.
Well, we're safe now. It's boarded up tight.
What about Tom and Judy?
They want to stay up there, let them. There are 2 other people upstairs, a man and a girl.
We heard you screaming.
Yeah, but I didn't know who they were, and I wasn't about to take any unnecessary chances.
Of course not, Harry.
Is she all right?
I don't know what it is. She feels warm. Maybe it's shock.
Where'd you get the bandage?
Some laundry in a basket. I tore a sheet.
Let them stay upstairs. Let them. Too many ways those monsters can get in up there. We'll see who's right. We'll see.
Okay, we're going to start this round with Dave. Dave, please pick the first letter.
M, please.
In M, there are 2 M's. Says Harry, too many ways those monsters can get up here. We'll see who's right. We'll see.
An R, please.
I'm sorry, just 1 letter per round, Dave. You'll get the hang of this. Okay, we're going to go to Dinah. Dinah, pick the next letter.
O.
In O, there are 3 O's. For 95 points, says Harry. We'll see who's right. We'll see. Okay, we can go back to you, Dave. Pick a letter.
H, please.
And H, there are 3 H's. We'll see who's right. We'll see.
I'd like to guess the quote.
Go ahead. Give it a shot.
When they come begging me to let them in down here.
Okay, let's check that one more time with our judges. Repeat that one more time, Dave.
When they come begging me to let them in down here.
Very good for 90 points. All right, nice going. Now let's see Harry in the movie say the same thing.
We'll see when they come begging me to let them in down here.
Okay, welcome back, and we are going to take a brief rest here as we see some of the ghouls in our next 4 rounds, so please stay with us.
We'd like to thank the following Glen Ellen restaurants and other local retailers for donating prizes for today's show. Alfie's, Beijing, Blue Sky, Brown's Chicken and Pasta, Ciao Bella, Fannie Mae Candies, Little Caesar's Pizza, McCowan Seafood, McDonald's, Santa Fe, Wellspring Chiropractic Center.
Welcome back. Let's give you a quick recap where we stand with the scores at the end of the first 4 rounds, first 4 scenes. Dinah has 195 points, Dave 165. So we've got a good game going here. Let's get into our next scenes. All right, as we pick up Night of the Living Dead, our imprisoned group has now found an old TV set, and as they watch the news, find out exactly where these flesh-eating ghouls have come from.
I think we have some late word just arriving, and I'll interrupt to bring this to you. This is the latest disclosure in a report from National Civil Defense Headquarters in Washington. It has been established that persons who have recently died have been returning to life and committing acts of murder. A widespread investigation of reports from funeral homes, morgues, and hospitals has concluded that the...
Okay, Dinah, pick our first letter for this round.
O.
An O. There are 2 O's. For 100 points, you know what the TV reporter said? Okay, Dave, to you for 95.
G, please.
A G. There are 2 G's. Can you complete their TV reporters?
Yes.
Go ahead.
Unburied dead are coming back to life and seeking human victims.
Okay, let's check with our judges. Dave, one more time.
Unburied dead are coming back to life and seeking human victims.
Very good for 95 points. All right, good going. Okay, let's check back with our TV reporter and see how he put it.
A widespread investigation of reports from funeral homes, morgues, and hospitals has concluded that the unburied dead are coming back to life and seeking human victims. It's hard for us here to believe what we're reporting to you, but it does seem to be a fact.
Okay, in our next scene, Ben, Tom, and Judy try to implement their escape plan, which begins with a vivid demonstration of the potential danger of filling up a pickup truck at a self-serve pump.
Come on! This key won't work. Watch it. Watch the torch! We gotta get away from the pump! Hang on! No! Run your cars and get out of the truck! Let's get out of here! Come on, come on!
Okay, we're going to start this round with Dinah. Dinah, please pick the first letter.
K.
A K. There is 1 K. This says Judy to her boyfriend Tom's panic-filled plea. Let's get out of here. Come on, come on. Okay, Dave, pick the next letter, please.
G.
A G. There's 1 G. Tom says, let's get out of here. Come on, come on. Okay, back to you, Dinah.
H.
And H, there's 1 H. For 90 points. What does Judy say to Tom?
I got my jacket's caught.
Okay, let's check with our judges on this one to see if this is right. One more time, Dinah.
My jacket's caught.
Very good. That's correct for 90 points. Excellent. Okay, let's go back to the film and check in with Judy and Tom.
Come on, come on!
My jacket's caught.
All right. In our next scene, Sheriff McClellan explains to a TV reporter and the viewing audience how America's right to bear arms really comes in handy on those all too often occasions when one comes face to face with a ghoul who's more interested in your body than in your mind.
Those cameras have just returned from covering such a search and destroy operation against the ghouls. This one conducted by Sheriff Conan McClellan in Butler County, Pennsylvania. So now let's go to that film report. All law enforcement agencies and the military have been organized to search out and destroy the marauding ghouls. The Survival Command Center at the Pentagon has disclosed that a ghoul can be killed by a shot in the head or a heavy blow to the skull. Officials are quoted as explaining that since the brain of a ghoul has been activated by the radiation, the plan is kill the brain and you kill the ghoul.
Want anything from the supply wagon, Gus?
No, we're all right.
Okay.
Hey, Cass, put that thing all the way in the fire. We don't want it getting up again. All right, I got you.
Chief McClellan, how's everything going?
Oh, things aren't going too bad. Men are taking it pretty good. You want to get on the other side of the road over there?
Chief, do you think we'll be able to defeat these things?
Well, we killed 19 of them today right in this area. Those last 3 we caught trying to claw their way into an abandoned shed. They must have thought somebody was in there. There wasn't, though. We heard them making all kind of noise. We came over and beat them off, blasted them down.
Chief, as soon as you're finished, can I see you here?
Yeah, okay.
Chief, if I were surrounded by 6 or 8 of these things, would I stand a chance with them?
Well, there's no problem. If you had a gun, shoot them in the head. That's a sure way to kill them. If you don't, get yourself a club or a torch.
Okay, we're going to start this round with Dave. Dave, pick the first letter.
H.
And H, there is 1 H for 100 points. Do you know what Sheriff McClellan said? Okay. Dinah, letter please.
R.
An R. There are 3 R's. Says who? Says Sheriff McClellan. If you don't, get yourself a club or a torch.
Okay, it's, beat them or burn them, they go up pretty easy.
Okay, let's double check with our judges on this one. One more time, Dinah.
Beat them or burn them, they go up pretty easy.
Very good for 95 points. All right, let's hear it from Sheriff McClellan himself.
If you don't, get yourself a club or a torch. Beat them or burn them. They go up pretty easy.
In our final scene, Sheriff McClellan's posse demonstrates some ghoul medal type marksmanship and a final shot of Ben, who teaches us all the moral of this film. But you didn't think there was a moral, did you? Well, there is. And that is, when you hear gunshots outside, never, never peek out your window to see if it's friendly fire.
He's the dead one. Get up here. Nick, Tony, Steve, you want to get out in that field and build me a bonfire? You, drag that out of here and throw it on the fire. Nothing down here? All right, go ahead down and give him a hand. Let's go check out the house. There's something there. I heard a noise. All right, Vince, hit him in the head, right between the eyes. Good shot.
Okay, we're going to start our final round with Dave. Dave, pick the first letter.
O.
And O, there are 3 O's. Says who? Says Sheriff McClellan. Good shot. Okay, Dinah, a letter, please.
T.
A T. There are 4 T's. Good shot. Okay. Dave, back to you. Letter?
K.
A K. There is one K for 90 points.
Okay, he's dead. Let's go get him. That's another one for the fire.
Okay, we're going to check with our judges at this point and see if that's right. One more time, Dave.
Okay, he's dead. Let's go get him. That's another one for the fire.
All right, for 90 points. Very good. Nice going. All right, let's see just how Sheriff McClellan put it.
Good shot. Okay, he's dead. Let's go get him. That's another one for the fire.
Okay, we'll be right back with our final scores, so please don't go away.
If you'd like to be a contestant on Says Who, send your name, address, and phone number to Says Who, 551 Roosevelt Road, Suite 230, Glen Ellen, Illinois, 60137.
Welcome back once again. Well, it is official. We had a great game today. Dave wound up with 350 points, and he was just nosed out by Dinah with 380 points. So nice going, players. That means that Dinah is now going to play our bonus round. She is going to see on our game board one final scene from the movie, and our computer is randomly going to put in a number of letters in this final piece of dialogue. So after the last letter goes in, Dinah, you will have 5 seconds to try to complete that dialogue, and good luck. So right now, let's roll this piece of film first to set the scene up.
Civil defense authorities have told newsmen that murder victims show evidence of having been partially devoured by their murderers. Medical examination of victims' bodies shows conclusively that the
Killers, am I supposed to answer it now?
Well, if you think you know it, go ahead.
Killers are eating the flesh of the people they kill.
Okay, one more time to make sure.
Killers are eating the flesh of the people they kill.
Very good. You got the bonus round. All right, nice going, Dinah. Very good.
Yay.
All right, I kind of thought that she'd get it. This was a very smart twosome we had here this evening. All right, let's see this final scene.
medical examination of victims' bodies shows conclusively that the killers are eating the flesh of the people they kill.
All right, I'd like to thank our two contestants this evening, Dinah and Dave, for playing a remarkable game of Night of the Living Dead. And we hope to see you soon when we play America's most quoted game, Says Who? Says me, Rich Bassina. So long, everyone.